Joining us in studio at the moment is laughter and happiness professor Shareen Richter. Hi, Shareen.
Hi.
Welcome to Weekend Dawn.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome stuff.
Shareen, I think it's easy for people to talk about happiness and positivity, but I mean, how does one actually implement it in this day and age?
I think the biggest issue is how do we attain happiness, never mind how do we implement it. And really, it's very simple. Happiness is an inside job. Research has found that happiness does not depend on external factors. Yes, they do have an impact, but ultimately, if you want to be happy, you have to wake up in the morning, you have to choose it, and you have to work at it every single day. It's not something that's our default, and it's not something that just happens to us.
Wow.
Sure.
And now, in your line of work, what are the very basics and essential tools that people need to carry in order to live a less stressful life?
I think you were talking about gratitude, and that's a really big one. And research out of UC Berkeley in the US at the moment is saying that, you know, we spoke about gratitude and you had that list, and it was, what do you choose out of that list? Well, we're going to choose all of them, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the difficulty. So we have to actually drill down, and that's what you were saying, and look at the small things. So what they say makes a big impact on your overall happiness level is before you go to sleep at night, think of 5 things that you're grateful for, or 5 good things that happened in your day and why, because then you start to quantify it. So as you said, I had the most delicious cup of coffee, and that made me feel good because I was a little tired and gave me the boost that I needed, and the smell was delicious. And the next thing could be, can you believe how beautiful our weather is? It's spring, and look at the amazing weather. You know, good exists and bad exists, and you're right if you focus on either. It's just where you put your attention. So there's unlimited good and there's unlimited bad. Where are you looking?
Wow.
So you're a laughter coach.
Laughter professor.
Professor. I'm
Yes.
trying to understand what that actually means. How do you become a professor of laughter? and I mean, how do we implement this into our day-to-day living and remain happy?
Yeah, well, it's a really cool career, because whenever anyone says to me, what do you do? And I say I'm a laughter and happiness professor, the initial response is, a what? Sorry, a what?
That's a career?
Which is really cool. But really, laughter is one of the most unlooked at things in terms of becoming happier as people. And we kind of think we only need to laugh when we've heard a funny joke, or when we're in the mood, or when we feel like it.
Yeah.
But in fact, laughter is as much a part of the human being as is breathing, as is your heart beating, as in your lungs working for you. So if you look at every single human being on the planet, when they're born at 6 weeks, they start to smile. And then at about 3 months, 2 to 3 months, they start to giggle. And laughter, we do not have to learn. So we have to learn how to eat, how to walk, how to speak. But laughter is integral to who we are as people. So what happens with laughter is, you know, you kind of think of the human body. We were given eyes, nose, ears, heart, lungs for a reason. Do we use them when we feel like it? No. Do we use them when we're in the mood? No. So why do we use laughter? Only when we're in the mood. And the idea, as Mark Twain says, is human beings have one weapon, and that's laughter, is because the minute we laugh, the brain releases all your feel-good hormones into your body that counteracts the effect of stress. So laughter is the only thing the human being has that has the ability to 100% reverse the effects of stress on the human body.
Wow. But how do you change the mindset for those people who are always just sour? Those people who are always just, they're like, why are you so miserable, dude? I got a perfect example. In fact, a neighbor of mine, like one day she's happy, the next day she doesn't even greet back when you say hi. And I'm thinking, why are you so miserable?
So some people are addicted to being in the pity party. You know, it's what they know, it's their comfort zone, and they're quite happy. And if you look at society today, if you said to me, how are you? And I went, oh, I'm okay, you know, things aren't so good, financially things are tough. You'd go, really? Shame, that's terrible. You should hear what's going on in my life. You know,
I know we know people like that.
And then, but if you had said to me, how are you this morning? And I went, I'm fantastic. You go like, really?
Yeah.
What's she on? She's mad.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a change in paradigm shift. We have to change the way we think about happiness, is that it's actually okay to say, I'm fabulous, even if you aren't really, because acting happy makes you feel happier. So when you put on a smiley face, when you walk with your shoulders back, when you walk with a little bit of a skip in your step, you suddenly start to feel better. You trick yourself. So in light of, how do you shift a person? It's very hard to shift a person. A person has to decide whether they want to live a happy life or not. The same way as you want to decide if you want to live a healthy life or not. You want to exercise, you want to eat healthy. You have to decide that for yourself. So we can't take responsibility for others' happiness.
I'm just trying to think, can you induce laughter on your own? Or do you have to listen to comedy, find a good friend? I mean,
How do you bring it about?
Can you actually fake it till you make it? If you're saying that you can,
Yes.
if you act happy, eventually you'll become happy. So if I'm not in the mood to laugh and I just decide to ha 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 ha, I don't know. Do you think I could eventually?
Definitely.
Not a fake laugh like that, though.
But I made you laugh, and I made you laugh.
Here we go. It counts.
Do you get the point?
That's the whole point. Okay, so
Okay.
here's the thing. The brain can't tell the difference between real and simulated laughter. So whether you're laughing because you heard a funny joke or you're laughing because you're like super happy, the brain doesn't know the difference. And it's like unlocking this pharmacy of drugs. So what we do in the same way as you'd go to gym and you'd have squats and push-ups and pull-ups and whatever else you're going to do, we have exercises where we fake the laughter. We laugh, we make eye contact, we laugh as loudly as we can. We put everything into it, and because we are programmed to laugh, within a second, real laughter starts to happen.
Beautiful.
And if it doesn't, well, the brain doesn't know the difference. So even if we're going, this is pathetic, this is ridiculous, the brain actually doesn't know, and the brain releases your feel-good hormones.
Shareen Richter, how do we get in touch with you if we want to book you for a laughing session? For
Yeah,
instance?
I think I want to come.
Absolutely, and I do corporate interventions, I do one-on-ones, I do groups, I do team building. So my website is www.laughtercoaching.co.za, and you can find me on Facebook on Laughter Coaching, and my Twitter is sharprof_laughter.
Wow.
So, what a great, something so simple.
Yep. Laughter and happiness professor Shareen
That's
Richter.
the way to live life.
Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us on
you so
Weekend Dawn
much.
Channel 405.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Laughter and happiness, bringing positive psych to your human thinking, can make you have a better day.